They're so bad. They're so bad. 11th in interceptions thrown. Um, so they've thrown 3, plus Baker's fumbled 5 times. Turnover machine just waiting to happen. What's crazy is not a lot of sacks against him. Every time he gets sacks, he fumbles the ball. Um, 21st in passing touchdowns, only 3. So they've thrown 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions with 5 fumbles. 32nd in third down conversion. That's the stat of the day right there. You're going against a team that forced the most 3 and outs of anybody in the NFL. In the offense, the Panthers offense, they're 12 for 47, 25%. 1 for 4 is their average, and they haven't played good defenses. It could be really, really bad. Red zone, they're 28th. They've scored 4 touchdowns out on 9 possessions in the red zone. Not good there. 32nd, dead last in total yards. They're averaging 262 a game. It just doesn't look good. 30th in pass yards, 17th in points, 24th in rush yards, and 31st in offensive DVOA. It's just not good. It's just not good. It's as bad as they get. It is the worst offense in the entire NFL, and they're starting to fight against each other nonstop. 32nd in total first downs. They're only getting 14 a game. That's their average. This could be a bloodbath, guys. Now, the strengths. There are strengths. CMC, unbelievable. Christian McCaffrey hasn't been practicing this week. He's always a little banged up, but that's pretty par for the course. He will play. He's going to have to go off. Now, he's at his best whenever he gets the ball in space. Well, what is one of the things that makes the 49ers so different? Tackling in space. Dre Greenlaw is as good as anybody in the NFL. Fred Warner's Fred Warner. And your corners. Diamador Lenore doesn't miss tackles. I mean, it's Christian McCaffrey. It's almost like Cooper Kupp. He's going to get his, whether it's through the running game or through the screen game. I mean, they're throwing fades and seam routes to this guy. He's that good. He's going to get his. But he's got to have an all-world day. I think 175 total yards over that just to have a chance this game. He's going to get close to that century mark in total yards between rushing and catching. Just what he does. He's their entire offense. But outside of that, it's DJ Moore and him. Nothing else. There is nothing else. Baker Mayfield's a bad quarterback. And so that's caused some problems between him and DJ Moore and Matt Rule. And it's not going to stop. Robbie Anderson, good gosh, that dude, he's the one that said before they traded for Baker, God, no, I do not want Baker on this team. Well, sometimes you don't get what you want, you get what you need. Shout out Rolling Stones. Weaknesses, yeah, it's Baker, lowest rated quarterback in the league. He'll get another shot because he's a first overall pick, but this is it for Baker. It's the last year of his contract. He's going to be basically on the Mitch Trubisky plan, where he'll go to a team to compete with a rookie, which he will not win. He might win weeks 1 and 2, like the starting job, but then he'll be phased out. This is the beginning of the end for Baker Mayfield, sadly. It could be wrong. And, usually I want to say like, oh, he's a good guy and I hope good things for him. No, Baker's not a good guy. No, I don't hope good things for him. I hope bad things for him. He's not a good person. He's not a good teammate. Dislike this man completely. And having said that, like I've followed him since his high school days. I'm a Longhorn and he's from Austin. So like he was a big time recruit and, played for OU, which doesn't help me like him at all anyway, but just not a good dude. So anyway, their rookie, who should be a strength, their left tackle, Iquanu, he's been bad. And now he's a mover. He can move in the run game, but whenever it comes to pass sets, good gosh, against Drake Jackson, against Sampson, against Omenihu, against Bosa, he's going to get worked, man. He's going to get worked. His film's been bad. 2 out of 3 of their starting wide receivers rank in the bottom 5%. Shi Smith and Robbie Anderson drops galore. Their starting tight end, Ian Thomas, they expected big things for him. Just hasn't happened. Now, there are a lot of interesting connections between these teams, which I thought was interesting. Shout out to Coach Cruz again for finding these. Terrence Marshall, their second-round wide receiver from a few years ago, has not panned out from LSU at all. Him, Frank Herron, and Steven Sullivan all played with Ty Davis Price at LSU. Ty Davis Price not playing this week. Jalen Moore and Giovanni Ricci, their fullback, they played together at Western Michigan. Shout out to Western Michigan. Money Mitch and Marquise Blair were together at Utah. Their safety. Marquise Blair used to be with the Seahawks. Now he's down there. Nick Bosa and Michael Jordan. No, not that Michael Jordan. Their guard, starting guard, they played together at Ohio State. Aaron Banks, Tommy Trimble, who I do like. That is one player that I really do like at tight end. They were together at Notre Dame. Tommy Trimble is basically Kyle Juszczyk type player that they play at tight end. Kind of does a little bit of everything. I do like him, and I think he has a bright future. They just don't know how to use him.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.